All right, we're live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the workshop number 103. This is a comedy safe space, so if you guys want to, I don't know, go on an anti Semitic tirade or something, go right ahead. I'm not going to tell your parents. Um, First up, Ahmad, let me know what your topic is and when you're ready to begin, and I will start your time.
Okay, sure. My topic is about winners. Do you guys have winners in the US by any chance? Like a retail store?
Never heard of it.
Okay, great. So this bit is just going to be me shitting on a place that you guys have never heard of, but no worries. Um, yeah, it's basically the word is winners, and the way I took about it is we have a very huge retail store here in Canada called Winners Everywhere, and everyone likes to shit on it. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing for about 3.5 minutes.
Awesome.
So my topic, like I said, is winners, ironically called winners, since you would go there usually after you fail to find whatever you want everywhere else. I almost feel ashamed to tell people that I shop at Winners. It's like telling people that you like using Nokia flip phones. They just look at you like, wow, that's an interesting lifestyle. And their customer service is pretty lenient too. I would say too lenient. Last time I was there, the racks were dirty, the clothes were on the floor, and I couldn't even see any of the employees. There was one old guy sitting near the cash register wearing dirty shorts and a rain jacket. He looked like the kind of guy that snuck into the store to steal one of the mannequins so he can have a new girlfriend, you know? He had that kind of vibe. Um, but he seemed alone. He seemed lonely and depressed, so I thought to make small talk with him. So I went up and was like, "Weird that they don't have anyone working here today, huh?" So he stood up, went behind the counter, put on an apron, and was like, "How can I help you today?" I was like, "You work here?" He said, "I'm the manager." I was like, "Well, that explains a lot." I asked if there's any Puma sweaters that are brand new that they put on the shelf. He was like, everything on display is basically whatever didn't sell in the big corporations. He made it sound like Winners just goes through the dumpsters of big corporations like Puma and gets their hands on any shitty product so they can sell it for 20% off. So then I asked, "What's so interesting? What's so interesting about this specific place?" And he said, "Well, there's a McDonald's right across the street, and there's a Marshalls right next door." I said, "Well, those features are pretty appealing, but is there anything interesting that's inside the building?" He said, "Well, our customer bathrooms and our fitting rooms are usually pretty clean." I was like, "That doesn't look like this place is well conditioned." He was like, "No, but they're pretty unused." So um, I should have guessed that. But at this point, I'm persistent. I'm like, "How are you guys still operating like this?" He was like, "Well, hopefully someone will shut us down by next month." So long story short, I work there now, and it turns out I was wrong. They do sell interesting products. There's actually a meth lab in the basement. And that's pretty much all I got. I only got the word today, so I didn't have a lot of time. This was basically riffing. It's almost about a minute and a half, but that's my set.
Hey,
Funny.
sweet. Cool. You guys have any feedback?
No, I
Yeah, I
liked
like.
how
Oh, go ahead.
the oh my bad. Sorry, Kim.
No, that's
I
fine.
liked how the guy who seemed homeless was actually the manager
Yeah, it was
for a place
sad
called
that day.
Winners. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the ironic part.
That's funny. I like the thing about, as it turns out, you're working there now, and they do have cool stuff about the meth lab in the basement.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh boy. Um, it's Winners, Winners, like.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because
I think
before I
it's
thought you asked if we had
winners.ca.
winters in America.
No, is it
I
all
was like,
summer, all throughout, 365 days a year? No.
No, I just thought we were all losers in the U.S. I didn't know. I'm just teasing.
Canadians, yeah.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I know you didn't have a lot of time. You could easily do like some kind of compare and contrast kind of thing on. They call it Winners, but what if they called it other stuff. What would it look like if they called it other stuff?
Right.
You could do like
Play with the name, like do some wordplay on the name and the branding.
yeah. What if they called it, I don't know.
Shitty
I mean, not
place
to be
that
so
doesn't have
cliche,
any-
but losers,
Yeah. I thought that was the first thing I thought. I was like, it's
Yeah.
probably not going to go over well.
Yeah, that goes it's too on the nose. But
Yeah, exactly. Low hanging fruit. But yeah, I'll definitely, I actually might work on some new stuff with that because Winners is actually a funny place.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of like, I guess y'all have Walmart there too, don't you?
Oh yeah. We
Yeah, I mean,
Target
that's kinda
Target
like-
shut down, but I think it's shut down everywhere. Yeah, we got Walmart.
So it'd be, that's kind of like what we do with like, I guess Walmart or Big Lots or whatever you call it, we
Right.
have those kind of stores too, but
Yeah.
they're just all called different names, but
Yeah. Costco, Home Depot.
Uh-oh.
He really didn't like my set, eh?
No, he's probably on his way to Winners right now.
I gave a pretty good sales pitch, eh?
Yeah, cop the
funny.
reporter.
That's funny.
No, I gotta check that place out.
Winners.
Funny.
I need some match.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
we'll
don't
wait
go there.
until he comes back until you move on.
I can try texting the group just to check. But yeah.
Yeah, I assume the same thing from before happened, or it'll just pop up within a minute.
True.
But if not, hey,
It was
free
fun
stuff.
while it lasted.
So where are you guys from?
Detroit. You're from
Hamilton.
Texas, right?
I'm from Texas, yeah. And it is brutally hot.
Yeah, how's the weather down there right now? It's pretty shit right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was about 100 today, a little over. They're having like 2 hurricanes in the Gulf coming in at the same time. So even though we're like in the north central part of the state, we're going to get hammered with rain and shitty weather for a little bit.
Yeah, with 100 degrees. Damn, at that point, it doesn't even matter if it's Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Fuck, it doesn't matter. So what is that, 70, 78 Celsius or something like that?
I'm shitty at math, but yeah, it's pretty
Wouldn't
hot.
you be like almost? Never mind.
No, it's I'm off on the metric system, but it's thanks.
Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you'd be back by now.
True. Finding his way back. Let him go check out Winners. Yeah, at least it's better than the weather in Texas is better than the weather in Canada. That's for sure.
37 Celsius, 38 Celsius.
That's still pretty bad.
That's hot, right?
Yeah.
There he is. Somebody.
No,
Is that a ring, like a doorbell ring or something?
No,
I was
it's
saying if
nothing.
he's still coming back,
He just. That's funny. He coming back. My hair's all messed up. I can't even blame it on these headphones either. It's just messed up.
Anyway,
Oh, it's loud. You want me to just go do
Yeah,
mine,
yeah.
and then when he comes back, he can do his. That might be easier, right?
yeah.
Sounds good.
I mean, because I have an awesome word this time. Yeah.
Okay.
So my word is prospectors, and so I wrote a set about prospectors. Oh, there he is,
Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that.
just
Wow.
in time.
Yeah. Hey guys. What's up? It's me, Clyde. Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
Clyde.
Been a while.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. So, what I missed?
Oh, Kim is about to do her set.
Just
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I'll either do mine or you're in now. You want to go ahead and do yours in case you pop off again?
Yeah. Let me do mine
All
so
right.
that I can. And
All right.
I apologize for putting you in that precarious position, Kim.
That's
Oh
okay.
boy, alliterative.
Yeah.
Okay, Clyde, let me know what your topic is and when you're ready to begin, and I will start the time.
Okay, so my topic was a single word: swollen. Yeah, you're laughing now. Just wait. That'll
You
stop.
win, man. You
That
win.
will stop. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll just jump right in. I guess.
Do it.
Cool. But this is the thing. This is the thing. I think because they got this whole mask thing going on. I think I'm gonna keep this mask thing going after Corona's over. Because without a mask, I just look like I'm fat and swollen. That's how I look. I just look fat and swollen. But with my mask off, I look swole. With my mask on, I look swole. So mask off, fat and swollen. Mask on, I'm just swole. Now, not only do I have this mask on because we're 6 feet apart and I'm over 6 feet, y'all can't tell that I'm just fat. Women can't tell. I just look professional, especially when it's time to get down. You know what I mean? Like with this t-shirt on, I just look like a slob. But with a mask, gloves, and a condom, I look like I'm about to perform surgery on that thing. Okay? I'm about to go to work. Ladies love a doctor. I'm about to scrub in, girl. That's what I'm about to do. Okay? My social distance pickup game is swollen. I got WAP everywhere. I got WAP at the doctor, WAP at the stove, WAP at the drive-thru. I got WAP in my DMs. Okay? I've changed my ringtone to there's some swole in this house. There's some swole in this house. Like, that's how I had to change things because all this WAP I'm getting in my DMs. Okay. All right. I'll probably wear a mask when I get married. Like, if I don't take my mask off, I'll never have to work out again because I'm swole. That's what I got. That's it. Swollen. My WAP game is swollen. Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any feedback?
I liked how he used the play on words between swole and swollen because there's not really that much difference, but the way he delivered it made it sound like there's a huge difference between them, and it worked pretty well.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was my big takeaway. It was pretty good though.
I was ready for you to go into your whole what is that? When you're swollen, it don't something about it's in my head. I just can't flip this around. When you're swollen, it doesn't make your dick look small, but when you're swole, man, that makes your dick look big or something. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. No. I pick up what you're putting down. I pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah. When you're swollen, makes your dick look small, but when you're swole, whoa,
Yeah.
Yes.
The small difference in the wording can make so much difference depending on how you phrase it.
Marketing is key.
Yeah.
Or like your prostate.
I'm writing this down. Bear with me.
Give another extra 2 minutes in case you get some new extra material down on swole.
All right.
Under 2 minutes this time.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. That was pretty. It's pretty quick. But when you're swole, doesn't matter how long you last. You're swole.
Yeah. That's swole is the new swag, right?
Yeah, because trust me, when you swole like that and you're on top of somebody, every second is an eternity. Okay, doesn't matter.
That's funny.
What if like What a
I think I'm
swole
gonna write
is
that down
like
too.
some kind of like
Okay.
physics term. You're like I don't know. Never mind.
I came up with another little thing for winners too.
Okay.
So you said they made their own crystal meth in the basement. So
Yeah,
you
allegedly.
could say it like they to fit in with other stores. They started packaging their own products, and they got Winners candy and Winners soda and Winners crystal meth, which is flying off the shelves. Weird that they don't have a Winners toothbrush. I mean, yeah.
Well, none of the customers that would go to Winners would need a toothbrush, I would assume.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I actually might expand on that.
Now Winners. Now that is that like Walgreens?
No, it's like a retail store. Like it sells everything like Nike and Adidas products, whatever Nike and Adidas products that didn't fly off the shelf, they just sell it at a retail store. Like I'm trying to think of an example in the US that you guys would have.
It's like
one.
Marshalls or something.
Big-
Marshalls, yeah.
That's like
Marshalls.
Ross.
Marshalls.
Like Ross. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my joke was, one of the jokes was, I'm asking the manager what's so interesting about this place, and he says, well, there's a Marshalls right next door, which is actually a fact. Like there's a Marshalls right next door to that store, and yeah, so yeah, it's the exact same idea, and they sell it for like much shittier price or much better prices, but much shittier quality.
There's some reason when you said I thought you said McDonald's or something.
Oh no, I also said there's a McDonald's across the street.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like that's one of the advantages of this store,
Mm-hmm.
not the clothes or anything like that.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
We're talking about swole.
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference? Is there a difference in definition, like if you search it up between swole and swollen?
It's
Swole
it's
is
more
normally
like colloquialism, you
Okay.
know, because a lot of times people would use the word swole to mean someone who has worked out to a large degree. So
Right.
John Coffey from the Green Mile would be considered swole.
Swole.
That is
Yeah.
kind of, you could use him as the picture for swole.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just big in general, but it's
Extremely
like a more
muscular.
broad
Yeah, but-
broad statement. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's not like the ripped kind of muscular, but he's
Yeah.
like that big puffy swole, monsterish type,
Is it-
large but intimidating, sort of.
Mhm.
there's
Yeah,
a
swole.
difference.
Yeah, swollen's like a disease, and swole is like, yeah,
Buff.
Yeah.
that's funny.
There's
Yeah.
those people that look like like when you flip over a cockroach, but it's not like that type of like ripped. It's just like big puffy muscles.
Oh yeah, I get that. It's. I mean, the way I looked at that guy from Green Mile was more like just prison muscle, where it's just like heavy set dudes that are just big and muscular.
Mhm.
But yeah, I honestly had no idea that there was an actual definition for that.
Cool.
Learn
That's
new
fun.
things every day. You guys have any more feedback on swollen?
That's
That
funny.
was pretty good.
We're not even 20 minutes in. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, Kim,
Did
you're
you
up
have
next. Let me know
I
what
mean,
your topic is.
it's. Oh, so my topic is prospectors, and it's really easy to do these kind of topics like this, prospectors. I think my last one was like something weird too, but it's my number. So prospectors. So imagine if today's generation were prospectors. I mean, they're not panning for gold; they're eating at the golden arches. I mean, they wouldn't work if they had the sniffles, much less tuberculosis. I mean, there's gold in them dar hills would give way to, bruh, leave nature to the beavers. They're the only ones that really give a damn. Like, today's youth would be eating avocado toast, drinking a boba tea, and hiking the majestic trails in their Toms, not because they're stylish or comfortable, but just to make sure a poor kid could have a pair of ugly, uncomfortable shoes too. I mean, do you think you could even get these kids to dynamite a mountain or swing a mining hammer? The only thing they're swinging is their polyamorous lifestyle while sipping on trendy and gut-wrenching craft beers. What if the gays were in charge of prospecting? I mean, we know they'd only keep the large nuggets. All the workers would be dressed alike, wearing bolo ties and Speedos. They'd have megaphones and a director's cap yelling things like, "Show me your hammer," and "Who wants to get nailed?" I mean, they'd hire a chorus line of studs to sashay their booty from the mines. And prospecting is hard, dirty work, much like the porn industry. I mean, there's a lot of bending over, working on your knees, and you have to blow and blow and blow until it finally explodes, sometimes yielding a big load. I mean, and us dykes would beg to be included, like we always do. "Please, sir, I can buy a hammer in whatever size you prefer." I mean, lesbians wouldn't last a day at a mining camp. I mean, who am I kidding? Have you ever seen a lesbian that wasn't toting around a wife, a cat, and a U-Haul trailer? No. I mean, we would rather work some dead-end part-time job and come home complaining about how we're not getting promoted, then drink an ice-cold Coors Light and build tiny wooden birdhouses so we can take a picture of it to post on Facebook for some real peer-to-peer acknowledgement. Then after 8 or 10 beers, we can go on a rant with a Facebook friend about, "What do you even know about number 6 screws? It's not rocket science. And if you only apply yourself, you wouldn't have such a shitty life any damn way, Dad." I mean, I can't even with this right now. Good night, Facebook. Yeah. So prospectors. That's it. That's it. That's what I got.
Okay, yay, sweet. We broke 3 minutes. A new record.
Yeah.
You guys have any feedback?
I think Kim, I really enjoy your impressions. I've decided.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
whenever you do impressions, I don't even know if the impressions are actually accurate. I just enjoy them. That's what I could definitely say.
Thank you.
You appreciate the effort.
Just hearing you do a different voice, and it's not to say there's anything wrong with your voice. It's just that when you do a different, your take on impressions is amusing to me.
All right, I'll take that.
I like the comparisons that you do. It's very well thought out, especially the one with, between porn and prospecting.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the punchline. I forgot what it was. Who wants to get nailed? That was a pretty good punchline. I feel like with the certain was the whole thing was scripted, right? Like there wasn't any part that you were just reading off a script, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's I noticed that, and I do the exact same thing. What I try to do is I try to put pauses between, I say, every 3 or 4 lines, just so I can give people that are listening a chance to stay with me in a way.
Yeah.
That sometimes if I keep just rolling on and on and on, even if I go from one subject into the next, sometimes they don't follow as much in a way. And I kind of lost you at the last bit, but I kind of got it at the end when you did the comparison between porn and prospecting. But yeah, it was really good.
Right. Yeah, I'll take that note, because that's what's super hard about doing anything on Zoom right now. Like if you're doing Zoom shows and showcases, well, you don't know how fast to talk or how much pause to take, and that's just a huge learning curve for everybody. I mean, I notice other people doing it, and I try to make myself slow down, and man, it just doesn't work real good for me. But it's a note. I'm putting it down as a note. slow
Yeah, no,
down,
with Zoom and all that. No, it wasn't. You weren't even going that fast. It was just the fact that it was like
pauses.
all of them were like all your words were connected together. So I kind of lost you for a tiny bit, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
mean, I do the exact same thing. And with Zoom, honestly, the most thing that we're doing that I learned from it is mostly just comedy writing. Because you're
Hmm.
right, like you have to do it in front of an audience to figure out the speed, the right delivery, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say something about how far you can get in the tunnel
Ooh,
Oh
for
yeah.
the mining. It's
that's
like,
funny.
oh,
Um, I was thinking like I used to have a thing about finding out about strip mining, and then
Ooh,
trying to
that's
Google
funny.
look up strip miners on the internet, but I think it gets you put on the list.
That's funny.
yeah.
But the
Yeah.
strip mining thing, that's for the gay people running
Yeah.
mines.
I could definitely fit it into that. Yeah.
And I don't know where you would go with this. I just feel like somewhere you could mention fracking. I feel like it could go in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I'm trying to think of
Yeah, I
something.
could.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was trying to think of something like blue jeans related, because isn't that like why we have blue jeans?
Really?
Oh yeah.
The gold rush? I
Uh,
don't know. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
I think you are
yeah.
correct.
I think that's accurate.
Uh,
Blue jeans. That's funny.
so prospectors did more profession. Actually, never mind. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole.
Well, no, I actually have a joke about fashion that might go along with that and beef that up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It was like beefy jokes.
Yeah.
Swole.
Swole.
Jokes.
Oh,
Whoa.
Swole joke. Your jokes are swole. That's funny.
Any more feedback, you guys? Any more feedback, you guys?
On anything.
good.
Dear God.
Perfect.
Okay, I guess it's my turn.
Let's have it.
half an hour in to talk about mosquitoes. Ooh, I love talking about mosquitoes. Okay, so here we go. I don't know if you guys heard about like a thing that happened recently where didn't the government release like a bunch of like genetically modified mosquitoes into like nature to try and like
Mhm.
kill off the mosquito population?
Mhm.
But imagine you're a mosquito, right? And like I don't know, you're just a regular mosquito just flying around, and then basically like the U.S. human government has engineered like other living mosquitoes to have sex with you in the hopes of killing off your species. Isn't that really weird? You think they do that? You think they could do that with people? That'd be so like someone like they're making people in the lab who like are gonna have like I don't know, kids that have a taste for human flesh just out the gate. Because I feel like human flesh is kind of an acquired taste, you know. Like you gotta build up to that. But they could just like I don't know alter some gene in their head that makes you not want to eat people. Whatever, but mosquito. You think God invented mosquitoes just so he could watch us slap ourselves like idiots? Because I feel like why else do you need mosquitoes? That'd be pretty funny. Be like, hey, land on his face, and you just feel like you're like, ah, fucking stupid. Maybe that's why the government like is trying to kill off those mosquitoes because they figured it out. The dark truth behind mosquitoes' existence. Yeah, I wonder what because you know how female mosquitoes are the ones that like bite and shit and suck blood. Being a male mosquito must suck too, because you don't even get to enjoy some fucking juicy blood, but you're still getting smacked with the rest of them because we can't tell the difference from this level, you know. You see a mosquito, you're like, oh, a fucking dirty mosquito, and you smack it. But he's like, dude, I can't even suck blood. It's not fair to make sweeping generalizations of an entire species of bug. Mosquitoes. I used to think a mosquito was just a really, really small mosque. All right, I'm done. You guys have any feedback?
Yeah. So go ahead.
No.
Whoever
I was just gonna say, yeah, kudos to you, sir. That's what I was gonna say. But go ahead, Kim. Go ahead.
So I think they developed their sterile male mosquitoes was developed at Texas A&M, I'm pretty sure. That's who does all the agriculture experiments and stuff like that. And so they released the sterile males into the mosquito population and just finally, so they don't have offspring, right? But they still get to go in and whatever. And that led me down to the fake mosquitoes or something. Led me to, I just have a note here that says fake boobs. So what if something about fake boobs? I don't know. That's, and I like your thing about human flesh is an acquired taste.
Acquired taste.
That was so freaking funny.
Refined palate. It's for refined palate.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, you could go on and on about that. I like my human flesh with a little Grey Poupon, whatever. I don't know, whatever. And then I've got you said something about male mosquitoes don't even get to bite people or something. They just they get slapped at all the time, but they don't get to enjoy the taste of blood. And that I wrote down. They're like the BDSM of mosquitoes. They're the submissives in the BDSM mosquito, whatever you call it, club or whatever. Yeah. And then I just put born to serve their females or something. Does that make sense?
I got you.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't really write a joke about it. I just made a note about it.
Yeah, because they released like 750 million of those things. Mm-hmm. Where did they find the time to make 750 million anything?
Million. Oh yeah, well, it is.
Not one single one landed at my house. I've got mosquitoes biting me all the time. Not one single, mutant mosquito is at my house.
Mosquito.
Oh yeah, like if anybody's around me during a mosquito attack, they are going to get torn up, and the mosquitoes will not touch me. I've noticed this.
Really?
Yeah, because
what's your blood type?
Well, this is the thing. Ever since I had chemo, mosquitoes. Like bugs just stopped biting me after I had chemo. Now it's been like 15 years now, almost. Yeah, 15 years. So now they will only bite me if there's no one around me. Like I'm kind of like old fries to them.
I'll do it if no one's watching.
Anything else, not touching it. But if there's nothing else, yeah, I guess. So if ever I go in the woods, I'm only going with somebody else. They are the sacrifice.
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah. So my
Someone swole.
yeah
Swole. Yeah, I'm gonna take somebody swole. Yeah.
But
my
I was thinking
my
like,
16. Go ahead. Sorry.
and I was gonna say, if you guys don't want to, have to go through chemo, I heard that eating a lot of spicy food also deters bugs from biting you.
No.
Does it?
I
Does it
eat
not?
garlic. I eat garlic. I eat all kinds of stuff. They say eat this and this will stop the bugs from biting you. My 16-year-old son comes to me one day and said that he knows why mosquitoes bite me so much is because they bite people that have O blood more than they bite other people. And my response to that is 76% of the population have O blood. Your statistic is flawed, but there's more people have O blood. But if that's the case, that's why I'm getting the shit bit out of me. But yeah, I go outside to the mailbox, and by the time I come back in, I'm like one big mosquito bite. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm not racist or prejudiced towards anybody, but if I was towards any species, it would be mosquitoes.
Hmm.
Especially because I live in Canada. Over here, like it's an actual problem.
Y'all have big mosquitoes though, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
just any kind of mosquito just fucks you up because it's just the abundance of them, especially in the summer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ours are those little bitty tiny ones. You can't even. They're like those no-see-ums. They like buzz by your ear and then the ones that buzz are the male mosquitoes. The one that bites are the ones that sneak up on your ass. So you get the blow by, the zzz, and then it's coming because she's coming. He's just warning you. That's your warning shot.
Yeah, warning.
Oh, so those are like the stealth bomber mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you don't hear anything, and then being
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
siphoned for your fluids.
She's a true lady. She's gonna get you when you're not looking. I mean, yeah.
I said the same thing about the Enola Gay.
It's funny.
Oh,
any
that's what I
more
was gonna
feedback,
say.
guys?
Yeah,
sorry.
the part where you sort of made a connection between mosquitoes and social movements in a way because of the fact that male mosquitoes wouldn't bite, and whenever you hit a male mosquito, they're like, "Hey, man, that's almost like oppression because I didn't do anything wrong and you're still hitting me," kind of thing. I don't remember how you worded it specifically, but you were kind of like humanizing mosquitoes in a way. Yeah, that was a pretty cool idea. I wish I honestly got that better than winners.
Yeah. Funny.
Oh, I did appreciate how you said you thought a mosquito was like a mini mosque. I thought that was clever.
Yeah, that was you ended hard on that one. That was like probably the
Thanks.
best joke
It
to
just
end
popped
on.
into my head at the end.
That's
I
funny.
feel like it's a Mexican way of saying a small mosque or something like that. But yeah, that was probably the best joke to end it on.
That's funny.
All right, so we're bringing it back around to Ahmad. Let me know when you're ready to begin, and I will start your time.
Oh shit, my bad. All right. Yeah, go ahead. So, my name is Ahmad. I came from the Middle East originally, and we had a Canadian school in the Middle East that I used to go to. That school was basically for anyone who wasn't a capable member of society in Canada. So they would just dump them in that school. So pretty much all my principals, all my teachers, I had teachers that were fired for racial slurs. I had teachers that were fired for beating kids. I had teachers that were fired for threatening kids. I had a student who would come to school with a sword every day. And I recently found out that student got recruited by ISIS, which is insane to me because you guys have no idea how hard I've been trying to get recruited by these guys. Like, I signed the waiver and wired the money and everything, and I still didn't get a call back. And as you guys can tell by some of my material, I'm not that politically correct. And I don't have a problem with the PC culture. I love the PC culture. I just have a problem with the naming of the PC culture. It just doesn't seem right. I feel like the PP culture would be a much better name. Because if anything, you're being politically polite, not politically correct. And honestly, if your name was the PP culture, I would follow you on every single social media platform. Not even looking at your content, just looking at your profile picture and pissing myself, ironically, because it's called the PP culture. And if you're trying to censor everything in the world, well, what's more PG than PP? And what else do I got? So I got hit on today by a dude who was very good looking, by the way. If I was a chick or if I was gay, I would have fucked the shit out of him. Like, that's how good he was. He qualified on both standards. I'm pretty shit at talking in general. So he was like, I like your beard. I was like, I like your beard. But he didn't have a beard. And then he left. He gave me a weird look. He left. And I've been crying every night since. It's been 7 years, but whatever. What else do I got? I have 3 kids at home. They're not mine, but I just found them. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have 3 nieces at home, and honestly, spending so much time with children that are 5, 6, and 7 years old really inspires me and motivates me to get a vasectomy, because I don't think I'd last 20 minutes with children that are actually mine. I remember once I was sleeping and the little one came to my room and she wanted to. They only have a 5-minute, 5-second attention span. They're gonna tell you what they want, whether they know it's possible or not. And I remember it was 5 a.m. She came up and she quietly woke me up. Like, is it okay if you can blow me a balloon? I want a balloon. And I'm like half awake, but I'm such an awesome uncle. I'm like, oh, fine, yeah, sure, give me the balloons. Where are the balloons? And she said, maybe mommy can know when. And I was like, oh, fuck you. We don't even have any balloons. You just want a balloon, don't you? And you just are trying to wake me up at 6 a.m. because of that. What else do I got? Oh, I hate housekeeping. Hotel housekeeping, to be specific. I mean, it's pretty good here, but usually when I had housekeeping, they would never knock before they come in. They usually would knock while they're opening the door, which is kind of redundant, because 1, what's the point? 2, I mean, if it's a hotel room, let's be honest, I'm 90% naked. But of course, as soon as I'm 90% naked and then in the lobby, all of a sudden it's public nudity or whatever. And we're such self-important as human beings. Have you ever noticed when you hold the door open for someone, they say thank you? And they say thank you. If they say thank you, you start fantasizing about them for a whole week and figuring out if you guys could have been friends or whatever. But if they don't thank you, then all of a sudden you want to slam the door before they get through. And what else do I have? So I've noticed that the most liberating feeling I've gone through so far is sleeping in your underwear. And I'll explain, because a lot of things can be freeing, a lot of things can be helpful in life, and a lot of things can set you free in life, but nothing is more liberating than sleeping in your underwear the first time. I can be wrongfully convicted for a crime right now and be sentenced to jail, come out 2 years later and have everyone that prosecuted me go to jail for wrongfully prosecuting me. And the most liberating moment of that day would be when I can finally sleep in my underwear again. And I think that'll be it for right now. All my other material needs, movement and shit like that, and I can't do it over Zoom. So that's it.
Oh, yeah, yippee, sweet. You guys have any feedback?
It was good. It's good. I like it. I like your stuff. Go ahead.
No, it's one thing I that really caught my attention was when you were talking about how the maids walk in and they say housekeeping while they're already opening, while they're knocking.
Yeah.
And it just made me think that all of them must be moms. Because isn't that how all moms come in your room, like they open the door and then they knock.
Well,
You
I was
know,
gonna
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
I was,
There's some authority there.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, or cops.
or cops.
That's
So
that's taking it to an extreme level. That could work too, actually.
yeah, they're just like throw the aerosol bomb in your room. Housekeeping. You know,
That's
Come
funny.
in, bitch. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I could. I'm gonna work on that a bit more, but yeah.
Funny.
Oh, the
no.
the one joke about getting hit on, I remembered it kind of threw me off because you said today, and then in the same joke after that you said every night since.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because I started the joke when I first started the joke. I would start it today, but then yesterday I just added a new bit to the joke where I would say I still cry about him, and it's been 7 years. Like I ended the joke by saying it's been 7 years since then.
okay.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. I should have. I probably just messed up with the wording on that one. I shouldn't have said today. I should just leave it at that because I want the ending to say like, oh, this happened 7 years ago, and I still think about it.
You can just start it off by saying I got hit on instead of today I got hit on.
Yeah.
It would have the same punch and it would have a bigger punch at the end.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I feel like it'd be without the today, it would sound kind of off, and people would notice you didn't say today. You know?
Or I could say I once got hit on, or I feel like once upon a time is too much. But
No, if you say once, it's still like the fact that you're not giving a like.
specific date.
Yeah, I don't think you need I don't think you need the time reference. I don't think
Yeah.
people care because they
It happened at
because
6:23 p.m.
yeah, because they know. Oh yeah, I got hit on once, or I got hit on,
Right, right.
and
Well,
it's just
it
a
would depend on how I word the joke. But yeah,
Mhm.
you're right. It would depend on how I word the joke. Because sometimes if I talk about like that it happened today, or if I'm talking about shit that's happening to me recently, then I would say today.
I would think like if you said like maybe like the other day or something, because it's not specific.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I say the other day, then it keeps it very vague, and it would give it like a more punch with like at the end when I say it's been 7 years
Mhm.
or a little while back or something like that.
You could say I was recently hit on because maybe that's what you hold recent,
Hmm.
the last 7 years.
Recent to me, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Something
with
like
your
that.
with your nieces, how old are they? Is that real? That's it's a real thing. Your nieces
5, 6, and 7 now, I think.
from the same sibling. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right in a
There's
row.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
2013, 2014, 2016. They were born, I believe.
So is this a brother or a sister?
My sister, I'm
Sister?
the baby. I was the accident of the family. Like my whole family is like 35, 34, 32, 31 years old. Those are all my siblings. And then I have 3 nieces who are, 5, 6, and 7, I think now, or going into 5, 6, and 7. And I'm 22, so.
So it's like your sister was intentionally trying to ruin your life when she had them. She knew.
Yeah, she was trying to beat my mom.
Gotcha.
Having kids, but yeah, I made it first, and it sucks because now my nieces look at me like I'm their homie, and I'm like, yo, give me some respect, put some respect on my name, But I'm just the housemaid when they're home.
Got a joke that might work. You could maybe work it in instead of doing like when mom's gone. We don't do juice boxes anymore. Or how would you say that? We have drinks whenever mom's gone. We got the juicy juice. We got the Capri Suns, and we got the Smirnoff or something. Yeah.
Make it a party, or I can make really good mixers between Capri Sun and Smirnoff. Or my
Yeah.
niece can make a killer can make a killer sea breeze if she mixes Capri Sun and Smirnoff, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I find that the kids are really good whenever I'm watching them. I mean, it just takes a little bit of Capri Sun and rum or whatever that is. I don't know.
That's
And they love the
just
rum,
a
the rum and
splash of cocaine if I want to keep them up.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that could work. Like maybe talk to them like they're adults in a way, or act or not even acknowledge that they're children, because that just shows how stupid I am on stage, and that could be pretty funny to audiences.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's cool hanging out with my nieces.
Yeah.
Because I'm the youngest one in the family. Blah blah blah.
Right. Right.
And
Yep.
around the house, it's shot. I don't know, whatever that is.
I wish.
I don't know.
It's gonna be weird for people who have like nieces and nephews that are older than them.
Oh yeah, I got friends that have like nephews that are like 2-3 years older than them. I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I actually wish that happened, because it was cool, because I don't know how it works, but they're basically friends, you know. They don't. It's a different relationship. It's like they're cousins, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my uncle's 3 years older than me. My grandmother adopted a kid whenever he was 6, and he's 3 years older than me. And it was super weird because as kids, because you know that's your uncle, but you're still kids together.
Right.
It was weird, but fun. I mean,
Any more
so when I
feedback?
made out with my uncle, nobody even thought twice about it.
Were you of age though?
That's a joke. That's a joke.
I understand. I know. I'm just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
as long as you were over 16, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because with your
Fun
uncle,
stuff.
you're safe.
Down,
You're safe as long as you're 16.
that's,
Your uncle's someone you can trust. You're
Yeah.
safe with your uncle. Yeah.
That's right. Yep. Fun set.
Yeah.
Is that everyone? I only did my material. I don't think anyone else went up.
No. Yeah. Clyde, you're up next. So let me know when you're ready to begin, and I will start your time.
All right. Bear with me a moment. Been out the comedy game for a minute. Just new stuff. Anyway, yeah. Guess I'll try to go. So, I notice how a lot of women they say they don't want a broke man, but that'll be the first dude they cheat with. Like some dude that won't take his socks off because it looks like a roach is smashed up against his toe. It's his toenail. He's got to clip his toenails with a cigar clipper. That's the dude they cheat with. They don't want a broke man, but that's the dude. It's the first guy they cheat with. I don't know. I'm a comic nerd, and as such, a lot of my friends are comic nerds. So we have comic nerd discussions. Like, all right, whose power would you want? What character would you most want to make love to? My friend, I got a buddy. He was like, "Oh man, I would love to make love to Wonder Woman." And I feel like these guys, they don't think about the implications of what could happen. Because Wonder Woman, she's a superpowered being. Like, she's bulletproof. You can't do anything to her. What makes you think you're gonna make any sort of impression in there? I mean, if it were real, if it were to really happen, I would not want to go to your house and I knock on your door and I hear you screaming, "Ah, you pussy pull my dick off." Like, I don't want to hear that. I feel like that is what would happen if such a thing were real. It's just what I believe. I don't know. You just got to think about these things. Like my girl though, she's like, cause she's not into movies like I am. I love movies. And so to try to encourage her to get into movies, I said, all right, babe, if I ever don't want to do something that you want me to do, if you make an appropriate movie reference about it, I'll do it. Okay, that's the agreement. That's the contract. We both shook hands. All right. So one day she wants to make love on her period. I'm like, no. And she's like, and then she referred to it as the purge. I said, all right, that's okay. All right. And then the next time she wanted to have sex on the period, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But then she's referred to it as Carrie. And I was like, okay, that works too. I got to stop taking her to see like old horror movies. That's what I got to do. Because that's not what I want to think about when I'm thinking about making love to my woman. I don't think of that. But I actually like phone sex a lot. But not everybody knows, like not everybody likes that like I do, because I'm old school. Like I'm from the days of three-way. If you know what that was. Like you call somebody and you click over, you call somebody back, but the first person is on mute, so you can't hear what's going on. High school stuff. That's how far back I go. So there was this one lady, and I was trying to have phone sex, but every time I tried to have phone sex with her, I always had to call her back. It was weird. Because I would call her and I say, hey girl, what you doing? She's like, then getting ready for bed, just taking everything off. I said, you taking everything off? Oh yeah. What you taking off? My prosthetic leg. All right, I'm gonna call you back then. I'm just gonna let you go, because that's I should have known. That's my fault. That's my fault. But like I called her this one time, and I don't really want anything, but it's like we kind of got somewhere. I called up and said, hey girl, I don't really want anything. I'm about to get off work, and before I come home, I just want to see if you need something. And she said, oh yeah, I need you. I think it's getting wet down there. I said, girl, quit playing. Quit playing, girl. You better stop. And she said, no. It's really getting wet. I need you. I said, okay, well, all right. Is it dripping or is it flowing? And she's like, it's gushing. I said, oh, I'm 10 minutes away. I'll be there in 2 minutes. What's the deal? And then she's like, oh no, I need you to hurry. I think, and I'm just like, and she said, I think my water just broke. All right, I think I'm gonna call you back. I just need to call you back. I can't deal with that. I'll be home tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go. I know I joke a lot about sex. I feel like I'm becoming a better person. That's what I think. I think since I started doing comedy, I think I've become a better person, because when you sneeze, or not when you sneeze, but when you're sick, you know what the first thing people say is, hey, I hope you get well soon. I say, get well now. Okay, that's what I say, because it sounds like, when you say get well soon, sounds like you just want them to. It's like, yeah, I want you to get better. I just want you to suffer a little bit longer first, though. Just want you to suffer just a little bit. I just don't want to be there when you get well. And the thing is, I got that from another comedian. His name is it's Dimitri. Oh gosh, I forget his name. It's Dimitri something. I don't know. I can't remember. But I got that from him. I think it makes sense. It made me a better person. It's doing that. And like, there's this other comedian that I really like. He's hilarious. He I can't think of his name. He had this show on TV. Let's see. Yeah, it was on TV. He goes by he's the Childish Gambino. I think his name is Donald
Glover.
Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump. This guy is hilarious. It's amazing. Donald Trump he's so funny. I like Donald Trump. I just feel like he and this Obama thing gotta go, because like Obama, he blames everything on Obama, but Obama's because he had a birthday. Obama had a birthday, and he was on lines like, I want to thank everyone for all the birthday wishes, and oh, that's the light. Never mind. All right, thanks. That's my time. Thank you so much. You've been great.
All right, sweet, yay!
Wait,
That
so
was a
when you
great
do
7 minutes.
that's you're
Awesome.
you're waving us off
What is it?
with the camera when you put
No,
the
that was
flash
just
through.
the flashlight. I was
Oh, I thought you were just videotaping every time you do that.
no, I would. Why would I do that?
I don't
It's
know,
already
like
being
posting it.
streamed.
Oh yeah, that's fast.
Nah, but no, that was cool. You guys
Yeah,
have
that's
any
good.
feedback?
Oh, it was. I liked how you would end the joke with like the punchline was something to change everything. So it was like you would think that she's wet and she's down for sex, but in the end, it turns out that her water just broke and you're just a horn dog that always thinks about sex and that's all you worry about, kind of thing. I thought that was a hilarious bit. And Donald Trump, your Obama impression was pretty good too.
Oh, thank you. I haven't done that impression in a while. Well, I should say I haven't done an impression in a while. That's what I should say. So cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm gonna get like you, Kim. My impressions are gonna be amusing.
Shoot. I like the stuff you're doing about broke ass dudes, and I think you could expand upon that so hard. You know, whenever she's down to cheat, she's with broke ass dude, or whenever, but when she needs dinner and champagne, she comes back, or whenever she is this, she's with broke ass dude. You know, I think you could just do a compare and contrast, and like broke ass dude is the anti-hero or something. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or what if it was just a regular dude with a broken ass?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
funny.
That's
And then I just got a weird visual whenever you said that she was getting ready to take it off. And you go, "Ooh, baby, what are you taking off?" And you can just really lay into that a little bit. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, man, I'm coming. Hold on. Wait for me, kind of like that. And then you go, "Now, what are you taking off now?" And she goes, "Prosthetic leg." And you go, "Oh, gee, I was thinking completely different or something." And then you show up and she's got all this stuff laid out on the bed. And she's got like her snap off leg, snap off arm, and an eyeball or something. I don't know. It just struck me funny. That she's just a woman in pieces or something. This is your Wonder Woman. She comes in pieces or something. I don't know.
She got that Wonder Wop. Yep.
Yeah, something.
Or his pieces coming. Never mind.
I don't know. That's just where my mind went. I don't know.
Is that
She's kind of like a build your own Wonder Woman or something. I don't know.
Have you ever heard of that the phenomenon where people could be like having sex and then the girl's vagina like cramps up and you get stuck and like you need to be like medically separated? Because that can happen.
So
Really?
this is the thing. Okay, so we have I do a what is it called? A film festival every year, and I think either last year or the year before, we actually had a movie about that in the film festival. And ironically, it's called Stuck. That's what it's called. It's called Stuck.
Most hilarious way to get caught cheating.
Yes. So that's the only reason I know about what you're talking about.
Interesting.
That's how you get caught cheating with broke ass dude when you get stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got stuck in there, I don't even think I'd want to get separated. I'd be like, all right, that's the way the world wants it. I mean, I wouldn't be complaining. That's facts. I'll hold it in. It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Wait till that period starts, you know, you fucking.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that far ahead. All I know is I'm having sex and now I can't get out. I mean, the whole enjoying part is me staying inside. So now I don't know. I mean, I've never even heard of that phenomenon. I don't even think that. What is there like claws in there that hold on to the tip of the dick? Or
No,
something?
it's the muscles.
Oh,
He's got muscles, you know.
Like they just tighten up that tight.
Like it's like Kegels, because I was picturing like when you said the Wonder Woman thing. Like imagine like her doing a Kegel and like popping your dick like a water balloon. That's a scary image.
That's hot.
Oh man. I didn't know there was such a thing. There you go.
Yeah, see,
I'm gonna
Bilal
lose my-
strikes me as a well-read, well-informed individual. Okay. Just by this recording, this live, I see, Bilal. If I have a question and none of the gurus I have access to have the answer, I'm going to Bilal. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What kind of film festival do you?
So it's called the Shreveport Urban Film Festival. We had it for the third year this year. It was all digital because of America's new baby COVID, and it was pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Oh, sweet. And every year I
annual
volunteer at the Detroit Free Press Film Festival, except this year, same reasons. Any more feedback, you guys? Feedback. Okay.
That's all I have.
Well, Kim.
All
it's
right.
your turn. Let me know when you're ready to start.
I'm starting. So not being able to travel anywhere really sucks. I mean, I usually vacay on a cool beach or take a cruise somewhere. This year, I'm spending my entire vacation on the island of Killing These Dishes. And I grew up poor because it's hard. I mean, we weren't can't pay the rent poor, but we were greasy hair and pinto bean poor. And it's really hard growing up poor when everything you buy is generic. So, like, we didn't have SpaghettiOs. We had pasta rounds. And other stuff we had just came in like that white package with the bold black letters, not Coke, but cola, not Lay's, but chips. I mean, imagine having your friends over for a party and the only thing you can sneak from your parents is beer or porn. And it sucks for me getting older. Like, my body's starting to break down and I'm getting these random cramps in my hands. I don't know if y'all can see those. They kind of look like gang signs. I know I got to be really careful in public places. I mean, I could accidentally, I could have a cramp and accidentally start up a turf war. And I can tell that people get real nervous about it. When I go to Burger King just to order the number 3, people are scared. They duck down behind counters. They get nervous. I mean, Sheila, that's what it said on her name tag. She wasn't having it the other day. I mean, they look at me like I'm part of Antifa, but because I'm over 50, I'm more like the senior citizen version of Antifa. So instead of the Bloods, I'm more like the blood clots. There's so many nicknames for boobs, for breast. You got boobs, tatas, tits, and it makes me wonder: are there that many nicknames for the penis? I mean, what would you call a group of dicks besides the Senate? I mean, I know a group of wolves is a pack of wolves. And a group of crows is a murder of crows. I mean, so what is a group of penises? I mean, a coalition of cocks, a dangle of dicks, a plethora of pricks, a bundle of boners, a bushel of balls, a gang of gonads, a horde of hooters, a jillion jocks, a mass of members, a number of knobs, a pile of peckers, a ream of rods, a slew of scrotums, a tumbler of taints, a ton of tallywhackers, a wad of wieners. I don't know. Comic-Con should be renamed Oscar Mayer Con. They'd come in groves for as far as old One Eye could see. Helmet, anteater, helmet, anteater, helmet, anteater. I mean, I know that most of you are probably thinking that, wow, for a lesbian, she sure knows a lot of words for penis. And yeah, I mean, I study. Like I also, I'm very cautious during this COVID time. I'm practicing the whole no mask, no task thing. And so I wear my mask in the grocery store while I'm shopping. It always makes me talk super loud. Like I wanted to get some almond milk the other day at the grocery store, but I couldn't think of the word almond milk. So I just yelled out to my girlfriend, "Hey babe, I'm kind of thirsty for some nut milk." And the lady standing next to me gave me this filthy look like she wanted to pounce on me for being inappropriate in front of her support chihuahua, Lapita. And I said, "Easy, lady. I meant almond milk." I mean, I don't shop at Walmart for nut milk. That's what Pornhub is for. My life seems to play out in TV commercials. Like I love TV commercials, and it's kind of the way my life goes. And they have such a large influence on me. Like I go to put my pants on, and hefty, 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 like plays in a loop inside my head. And I think that it's super weird that in general, women have to struggle with their weight. Like we're all the time struggling. And I hate fighting the limits of my jeans. And I've learned that, you know, not exercising enough slows your metabolism and menopause slows your metabolism. And I think for me, it's breathing. Breathing slows my metabolism. So I try not to breathe, but have you ever tried not to breathe? Got you. Have you ever tried not to breathe? I wonder how that commercial plays out. Like, breathe half as much, lose weight twice as fast. And that'll be my time. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yay. Sweet.
Yay!
Well, we lost one. Apparently.
We lost one. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, hopefully he comes back. But in the meantime, do you have any feedback?
I thought that was very funny when you started naming off all the generic products. You know, pasta rounds, it's chips,
Yeah.
porn. That's funny. Just go to the kitchen and you just got porn. Just put porn. It's just porn in the kitchen. You just go in the cabinet. You get on the ladder. You open the door. You go behind the peas and the chips, and there's porn. That's
Oh, funny.
oh, that's funny. That's funny to me. And I think I think a group of penises together is just called a cyclops.
Oh, that's funny.
So I don't know.
That's funny.
That's thought I had. And I'm just all over the place. This I don't know if you would actually use this or not. This is probably really just for me. Okay, but when you're ordering food and you know your fingers start going off and you can't quite control them. If somehow you could figure out a way to throw in there and cuz like that would just cuz. You say cuz like the Crips say cuz like that. Cuz. Again, this is probably just for me. It's just for me. I don't know if you would ever
spell
do
it.
C-U-Z.
See, you does cuz. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Charlie Umbrella.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
so,
it. Cuz.
but cuz, you know, like that while your fingers are. Again, that's probably just for me. I apologize. It just when you said that.
No, it's
in my mind, I was cracking
funny.
up.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I tread on a thin line. I don't ever want to piss anybody off or make anybody uncomfortable, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to fuck with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's still like I'm not fucking with anybody. I just there's just absolutely no hate in my heart, and I just don't want anybody to ever think that I'm that guy. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it, and that's why I said you might not ever do it. It's just in my mind for me. Like if I ever book you for a show, feel free to just throw that in. Like fingers are doing, you know, whatever. I don't know any gang signs. I pretend I do.
I don't either.
Yeah, and at this moment, I'm just thinking in my mind, I'm visualizing you wearing like some Heelys, and you're at Burger King, and they're looking, they say, "What do you want?" And you're like a number 3, cuz, you know, and it's just, you look like you're crip walking, and you're saying cuz, and your fingers going on, and you're not meaning to do any of this. It's just, it's really your cousin who works at Burger King asking for what you want, you know? So,
Yeah.
and then you could possibly start up a shootout. But anyway, again, this is free. This is my mind.
Yeah, I get you. Funny.
Yeah, like
Anything else?
trying to think. Gang signs. You think the hand cramp thing would come in handy? Like you know, come in handy. Anyway, one of my favorite words for a group of dicks is like bouquet. Some people say bouquet, a bouquet of dicks, and then there's I was thinking like a fascies. Like
Okay.
a bundle of sticks,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't go down that road. Anyway,
Fun.
when you were saying the like thing about only having like generic things, like I was thinking like what if like instead of like having Marvel movies, you just had DC movies.
No Marvel, only DC. That's funny.
It's too
That's
good.
funny.
It's too good.
I just thought like the phrase DC culture, like someone instead of PC they like wrote the P wrong and people showed up ready to hate on fucking shitty movies. Let me see.
Even Batman, even the first Batman.
Well, those okay. The second of the Dark Knight trilogy was the best.
I like Dark Knight. I like Jack Nicholson in the Joker, and I liked
You're talking about that?
what is one other the other one? I think it was the first one. No, the first one was Jack Nicholson. I don't know. There's 3 of them that were like real decent, and then they went to shit. So I don't know. Anyway, go.
Batman Begins is my favorite of the 3.
Which one?
Of the most recent trilogy, Batman Begins is my favorite.
Interesting.
Because that's the one where you see Batman doing Batman stuff, and the movie's about him instead of being presumably about Joker and possibly Harvey. But yeah, that's why it's my favorite. Plus, Dark Knight's got a lot of issues. But anyway, I like the movie. I don't have a problem. I mean, it's a great film. I just prefer Batman Begins.
Well, I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions, I guess.
Did you like the?
That's I'm wrong.
Yeah. Did you like the new Joker movie?
Who here has anyone not seen it?
I've seen it.
You seen it? It's amazing. I went into it wanting to dislike it, but it was amazing. It's amazing.
It was amazing.
It was okay.
It's amazing on a different level. I liked it because it was on that different level. It wasn't what I expected, put that way.
It wasn't what I expected. I laughed throughout the whole movie. I was laughing like at least 50% of the time. I was laughing probably. Was there my nephew?
Yeah,
there were times I was the only person in the theater laughing, and I was laughing so loud. I was just laughing. I couldn't help it. It was so it just made me laugh so much. The scene where those 2 guys came to his house and he locked the door.
Fun stuff.
That was
all right.
It's beautiful.
I guess I can't remember his name now. Ahmad. No, that's not his name. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, I guess he's not going to make it back.
Yep. We've been abandoned. Um. Okay, so any more feedback or?
No, I think that's. I just have to say one more time. Pasta rounds. Okay, I'm done.
Pasta rounds?
It's not. It's
Pasta
not
rounds.
SpaghettiOs. It's pasta rounds. I just had to say that's.
That sounds like something you would shoot out of a gun.
It does.
Huh. It does.
Like, I
Especially if you were a blood clot. A blood clot would shoot that out of guns.
I think there'd be more like a tiny Jamaican patties. But let me see.
Oh, funny.
I was thinking like back to the fascists thing. The under Mussolini, like maybe everyone had like pasta rounds. instead of
that's
regular
funny.
bullets, and that sort of-
That's funny. Yeah.
This guy Bilal. I gotta tell you.
Right?
Is someone strangling a puppy by any chance? I
No,
know it
my
sounded-
pup, he's just whining. He's just whining. He's not getting any attention paid to him, so he's
Yeah,
whining.
you know how you make him stop? You gotta strangle him.
You strangle him a little. You just a little bit tighter around the neck. Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's my turn to tell some jokes. Let me go over the old premise file. Okay, here we go. I'm from Detroit, and for some reason, like every time I leave, people always get mad at me because when I'm driving, I ignore stop signs from deaf people in wheelchairs. But when you run them over with your car, they do stop signing. They stop signing. Hey.
Oh man.
I wonder if like anyone's ever gone to Build-A-Bear Workshop and tried to sue them for false advertising because like you can't build your own gay sex robot. They're like, get it, Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Got it.
There. Anyway,
Okay. All right. Took me a moment. I'm
Yeah.
slow.
Okay, these are the D-list premises. When I was a kid, I used to have a pet turtle, but it died, and I kind of forgot about it because it was around the same time my Xbox died, and I felt way worse about that. Wait, did I say Xbox? I meant parents.
Wow.
I
Okay.
wrote exterminators are just hitmen for vermin. You think anyone's ever gotten them confused? You know, like, and then they were like, "Oh, you said you had an ant problem? I thought you said ant."
Oh. Funny.
You know how like if you're carrying something really small, like and you drop it, it just kind of like disappears out of existence, and you find it like a mile away from where you dropped it. What if that worked with big stuff? Like you're carrying like a watermelon or something, and you drop it, and like, oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is under the couch. Or you're like carrying the baby, and you drop it, and like, oh fuck, the baby's gone. We gotta call the cop. Oh wait, no, there it is on the neighbor's roof.
Uh-oh.
I started a new job one time, and I was trying to describe a person whose name I didn't know, and he was really skinny. He had a mustache, and people were like, "What did he look like?" And I was like, "Well, he looked kind of like a skeleton, but with meat on it." And they were like, "You just described every person ever. That's what a person is." I was like, "Huh, yeah, I guess it is." I recently found out that someone I know is a Holocaust denier, which is weird because out of all the conspiracy theories, that's got to be like the least fun one. You know, they're those ones that are like 9/11 was orchestrated by dimension hopping tarantulas wearing capes. Because if you can picture a tarantula in a cave, that's probably the most sinister image your mind can conjure without you going insane. You know, like it's got to be one of those capes with the collars on it too, like vampires wear, because those collars are really good at soaking up blood. And you flip that thing up, and you got yourself a blood funnel. Yeah. You know, every time there's like a big shooting or something, they're like, "Oh, it's guns' fault. We have to take guns." What if after 9/11 they were like, "Nope, planes are too dangerous. We're going back to blimps." Because imagine 9/11 with blimps. Like everybody would be like, "Oh, that was such a horrible tragedy. Everybody on that blimp died, and nobody else, because it was a fucking blimp. We just kind of smushed into the side of the building and melted." I think it's still dripping if we want to go take a look. A big old drip of blimp goop just trickling. Anyway, apparently after World War II, a lot of Holocaust deniers started popping up. And that got me wondering if after World War III, there are going to be a lot of nuclear Holocaust deniers. Like I'm picturing a guy with 3 heads, and one of his heads is like, did that shit really happen? I don't know. I think non-mutants just made it up to steal all our flaming piles of radioactive skulls. And then the second head is like, nah, what? No one would ever make that up. They're pictures. You can't fake pictures. And then the third head is like, how come there are tow trucks, but there are no finger trucks? I feel like the government is hiding them from us, trying to keep those finger trucks to themselves. All right, I'm done. Yay. You guys have any feedback?
I love the premise of the Hitman pest control. I think that could be super broad, and you could do like a listing of everything about hitmen and everything about, or hitman pest control, and then what purpose they would serve. It may not, like it could be anything. It could be hitman surgeon. It could be hitman pest control. Whatever. It could be even broader than it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then just be specific with the ant. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Aunt instead of ant. Yeah. I thought you meant aunt instead of whatever.
Oh, would it work though? Because they don't sound the same.
You could add a different thing and say, I told you I wanted my ant problem reduced. And you went, oh, and he could just have a different accent and go, oh, I thought you meant aunt or whatever. Something like that. I don't know. It may not work.
Okay.
Or maybe that's just what like Clyde said, that's what I expected. So maybe that's just what I heard in my mind anyway. So it may not even need a distinction. I think you get it anyway, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that thing about blimps is funny. I don't know. The word blimp itself is funny, and then
yeah, it's really fun to say. Also, like the word squid or bubbles is also really fun to say. I mean,
yeah,
the word squid, bubbles,
yeah,
squids.
That's funny.
Lump. Huh.
Yeah.
Any more feedback, you guys?
I think Clyde's frozen again.
For me?
So,
No.
Oh wow, you were sitting so still, dude. I thought your screen had frozen up.
No, I was just listening. I was listening.
Oh wow.
No, I really enjoyed like that the whole nuclear holocaust denier. That was funny to me. That was good. I'm thinking because I was just there were moments where I was just sitting there just enjoying it. I wasn't. It's like I was listening, but I wasn't listening. If that makes sense. Like I was just sitting there just enjoying it because the way you play within twisted language, I really appreciate.
Mhm.
And so like I really like the way your brain works, Bilal. I really do. I dig it a lot. Yeah, like she said, the blimp 9/11. That's funny.
That's funny.
That's
I think your nuclear Holocaust thing, I think that's a sketch, man. I can almost see like a three-headed person sitting there doing that whole act out together as a sketch show, or like that's funny. Just three heads talking to each other about and one head's just got to be totally ridiculous, like marshmallows. I like marshmallows. I don't know, just something goofy, I think that's funny. I think you could write a really funny character or sketch, and that sketch can just go on and on and on. I think that's a YouTube sketch video that just keeps going. I think that's I think it's fresh enough to keep something going on that. I don't know. I write a lot of stuff that's funny.
Oh, cool.
I don't disagree. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think that'd be funny.
Thank you.
And you did that thing up top, the Build-A-Bear thing. I think that was funny too. I got it straight away, but there's also
whatever, Kim. We're not all as swift as Kim.
We're not all as queer as you. No, there's also pups and otters and stuff, and the other plays plays there too. Yeah, there's pups and otters and man, I'd be lying if I told you. And there's one that the girls can be, and I can't remember what they're called. They're called something. Otters are ones with no hair, and pups are maybe that's what the girls can be. I don't know, but there's a bunch of different ones. Yeah, so you could. I mean, that's funny too.
Kim, if I Google what you're talking about, would I get in trouble?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. It's just what is it called? It's called it's bear. Let me see. I'll Google it. Bears. How do you say? What do you say? Bears in like the gay world? Is that like? Let me do it like this.
I thought they were supposed to be like I don't know. Like
they're a culture. They're a gay culture. Let me see if it goes on to tell you about the pups and the otters and stuff.
what has this become?
Something weird.
It is a prison of your own making, Bilal.
That's right. I think it started off as like part of the leather community, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that. Where'd you guys go?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Where did I go? Oh, there you are. Okay. No, I don't think you get in trouble for it. As long as you keep it on the DL. No.
I mean, you might get in trouble with God.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
The DL meaning disco lingo?
Down low. Oh, that's funny. Disco lingo. You mean? All right, man. That's good. I'm still excited about your nuclear Holocaust thing. That's funny. The guy with 3 heads. That's funny. And blimps. I'm going to be saying blimp all night, I think. Blimp. That just sounds so funny.
Yeah. One day I might publish a list of words that are just fun to say.
Hmm. And words that aren't fun to say, like moist. No, no, that's funny.
It sounds like Yiddish or something.
Funny.
Anyway, any more feedback, guys?
I think in Yiddish you'd have to say moist.
Moist. Moist.
Well, they're like oil.
Oil.
There's the cub, the shub, the otter, the Ursula, the panda, or the polar bear.
Yeah. Cub,
Did you say
it's
the
cub,
Ursula?
not pup.
Wait, was
Cub,
that the
not
voice
pup.
of God that just rain just came in?
She didn't realize
The
how
panda,
loud.
the otter.
Oh, they
Yeah.
can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Ursula is the lesbian bear.
Man, I've had so much fun.
Yeah.
As did I.
You guys are
If-
funny.
Yeah, if you guys have anything to plug, like any social media, any projects you're working on, now's the time to do it. Clyde, I'll start with you. Do you have anything?
I have nothing, like Whitney said, but very soon I plan to have something. But you can follow me on Instagram, the real Clyde Williams, all one word on the gram. I've got some comedy clips and some art and some things, and some hashtaggers, or as I like to say, number signs. I got a bunch of number signs. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Kim, do you have anything?
All my entire schedule, all of my social media links and everything are on my website, kimwadsworthcomedy.com. And everything's canceled up until next year so far. Every once in a while, I'll do a podcast or stuff like this, or this is kind of a podcast too, I guess, a workshop podcast, and I'll do this kind of stuff. And I think I've done a couple of Zoom things, but I post them on my schedule and everything. So that's how you find me.
Okay, cool. This concludes another episode of The Workshop. Thanks for
Awesome.
sticking around.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.